Scorpio, congratulations. I just did Libra's reading, so please call Libra at some point and just talk to them about how the last 18 months have gone for you with the South Node transiting over your sign, and just remind them that they're going to be fine. So thank you. Today, Scorpio, we are going over the new moon that we have coming up in Cancer. This is happening in your 9th house of quest, adventure, higher education, and long distance travel. And this grid and this reading is for Scorpio rising, but can be watched by Scorpio sun as well as Scorpio moon to get the vibrations of it. So we're talking about the quest, and this is a new quest. This is a new chapter, a new volume, a new book, a new journal, a new everything for you right now. The North Node just finished its transit of your house of relationships, and the South Node just finished its transit of your sign. So the people in your life that are in your life right now, they're in. The version of you that has been gone is dead and buried, and we've already done a ceremony for that version of ourselves, and now we're in a new space. We're in a new world. We're in a new paradigm, a new everything. And we, it's kind of like this, the past 18 months, you've woken up and you're just like, whoa, that happened. Now, what do I want to do? North Node going into your 6th house of everyday life and practical service. What do I want to do? I want to be my own boss. I want to be my own boss. I want to work for someone who supports me, or I want to maybe not work, or I want to create something. There's a very significant amount of activity happening in our 10th house of legacy, public life, and career. We're going to have a Venus retrograde in this house, which is us really, we have a lot of retrogrades going on right now. Anyways, we have Pluto, we have Saturn, and we have Neptune all retrograde in your inner world down here. So this really says to me, with the transits that we've just gone through, I know I have something big to do. What is it? What is my quest? What is my soul purpose? What is the reason that I'm here? What am I ready to offer the world right now after the experiences that I've just had? We have Mars in our house, Mars in Virgo, in our house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. And there is a healer that I've seen that in reference to having your 11th house run by Virgo, I loved the way that she put it. She just said, you're going to be so fucking picky about the people that you allow in your life that nobody can touch you. That's us. I love it. I loved that phrasing. So Scorpio rising, be picky with who you allow in. Be picky with who you share the playbook with. Be picky with everything. Who you have fun with, who you anybody you share your precious energy with after this transit of the South Node here. The South Node's going to be transiting our house of soul purpose, healing, closures, and coming home. So we're going to be raw the next 18 months. We're going to be even more we're going to be expending more energy and then needing to replenish those energies. So with all this excitement, and I've always said, pretend that you're famous. Pretend that you have to do big performances once a week or once a month, whatever it may be. And that's a big outward projection of energy. And then we need a big inward projection or replenishment of our energy afterwards. Yeah, because we have Jupiter and Uranus in our house of relationships still. Though the North Node is finished with that transit, the people that are meant to be around you, you will know. Not know, but you will know vibrationally whether this is an old version of ourselves, Scorpio, that's playing into I know what this feels like. You remind me of this person that I just had to cut out of my life. Funny. Don't go down that road. We learned that. So now when you see that, just say, wow, I'm so grateful. I have this new internal dialogue. I have this new internal gut reaction that says this person is just teaching me that they exist. They exist. But if we're repeating the same patterns for relationships, we know that there's gold there. So let's look at how we can utilize the energies here for our highest and greatest good. What do we want to offer the world right now? What is our new quest? What did we find in the depths of ourselves that we can offer people? How do we make people feel safe? What is it that we really love to preach, to teach, to do, to offer that fills us up as we're doing it? Like, if you kind of want to get a good internal gauge, like think of after you spend time with someone or after you spend time doing a certain task, how do you feel after that task? Do you feel exhausted and wiped? Or do you feel like I could do this all day, every day, forever, and it would be bliss? It would not be purgatory, it would be amazing. Like offering you this content, these teachings, these readings jazzes me the fuck up beyond. Beyond. I do not get diminished by these. I get more excited. It's good times. It's good times. I know the dress. Bury me in the dress. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So when the sun transiting up here and this new moon up here, like, do we need more of an education? Can we offer an education? Do we want to take a big trip? Let's look into that. Let's look at, like, this is big stuff. This house for you is run by Cancer, but the 9th house is in the general grid run by Jupiter. This is like, think of the archer, shoot big for the stars. I want big dreams up here that might not make sense to you, Scorpio. It might not make sense. But I would love for you to look at these big things that you want to offer and get paid handsomely for. Handsomely. Because when Pluto goes direct and is in Aquarius, it's going to be in your house and home for 20 years. So we could have multiple homes. We could have multiple places that we feel safe living. We could have, multiple properties so that we can rent out certain apartments to people and that they can afford it and that they feel good because they have a good landlord or a landlady. Like, all of these things you are worthy of. They exist on this planet, multiple streams of income. Bob Proctor, look into all of these things. All of these things. Yeah. The North Node in our everyday life and practical service house, a lot of you could be changing jobs. This could be big stuff. This is big stuff. What did I write down? Yeah, the quest. Like, be Bilbo. And if you don't know Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, watch it, read it, and come back. It's worth it. Like, the moment that Bilbo, all the dwarves have left, the contract is there. This is us right now, saying, am I going to retract and regress back into a victim mentality, back into the old version of myself? Or am I going to live? Or am I going to grab, buy the ticket, take the ride type stuff? Like, declaring it and living into that trust and saying, I am this version. Now, it's the Bob Proctor stuff. If you're at this vibration and you want to be up here, how does that version of you feel? How do they act? How do they speak? How do they live their lives? Just live into that feeling. Live into that vibration and fuck the rest. You've gone through enough. We've gone through enough. We had the fucking eclipses, like the whole thing. You've gone through enough. And if you're here with me, you're not going to regress back. You're not going to fall back. I have to say, I take that back. If you're here with me, you're probably an experiential learner. And never judge yourself for even taking a toe off of the road to say, you know what? I just want to experience this and then coming back. Because in the past month, I'd say, from the time that I'm recording this video, not in the past week, I feel like we've come out of a fog, but a lot of people, like, I want to say, when was it? Like the last few weeks of June, kind of like right when we were going into Cancer season, we're a little bit like, let's have some fucking fun. Yeah, let's have some fucking fun. And some of us had some fucking fun. So if you did that, we had some fun. It was good times. Good times. Good old times. But now that's over. I just needed to offer that. So it's like, I'm right there with you. I think Feel Good, an incredible, inspirational channeler, leader, just an incredible being. He'd said once years ago, he's like, I'm a mystic. So we like to deep dive into the good or we deep dive into the bad, and we come out and we tell you, this is what it feels like in the good and in the bad. So definitely watching some Feel Good is some good stuff. So yeah, journal. I'll always say that. Script the quest. What do we want? Where do we want to be in a year? Maybe do some year-long manifestations for this one. This is big time stuff. And then when the full moon comes, we're going to be really highlighting old patterns in the house and home, it's going to highlight some unhealthy addictions in the next few weeks. That's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. So whatever we think that we need to feel safe, we actually don't need to feel safe. It's an illusion. Safety is a calm nervous system and presence. So when we come to presence, Scorpio, how do we feel? Are we reaching for coffee or water? Are we reaching for our phone or our tarot cards? Are we reaching for like creative expression or mindless scrolling? What are we reaching for? And can we sit with ourselves and ignore the thoughts and just listen to the fan and listen to our breath and look at a tree? Yeah, one of the biggest, most courageous, most powerful things we can do right now in this very, very fast-paced world is slow down and enjoy the fruits of our labor and enjoy, like, we're worthy of abundance by living, by existing on this planet. That's enough work. It's enough work. Yeah, I've referenced a lot of feel-good stuff in your video. So maybe if you've never followed that person, he has a YouTube channel as well as a Instagram that I really like. So definitely go watch that person. They've changed my perspective numerous times over. So yeah, I think that's it. So journal, script's the big quest. What's the big thing that we want? The big. And not so much the human avatar bigness, but like our soul's calling bigness. Yeah. I love you. Get excited about this quest. Like, I think it was the introductory video, or maybe the video that I did last week, just about like lean into the change. Yeah, lean into the change. Feel into the change. That's what it was. With the curiosity of a child, not through trauma response lenses, not through I know better and I've been here before, but like, this is a new day. Yeah, it's exciting. Ciao, darling.